Guys, can you see the screens?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. So, anyway, I guess you have seen this guide already, and ever since, yes, yun. So, iba sa inyo, naging student ko before. So, anyway, this is just a review. Okay, so we'll start out with the standard paper. Okay, so since, and of course, for your understanding and review, the standards what that we are using right now is ISO. Mga techniques that Prof or used, to teach American ASME, American Standards in Mechanical Engineering. Okay, kasi yun yung mga available books. But there are already standards when it comes to ISO. Hindi wala lang books, that teaches technical drawing using ISO. So we would have to combine those guides, So since the Philippines is using ISO as a standard, and ano to ng government, if you were able to talk or communicate with Bureau of Product Standards or BPS, they're using ISO. Okay, so pagka tinanong mo sila, they'll basically inform you that for the Philippines, our standard is ISO. Kaya yung mga paper natin, yung ganyan, A4, A3, A2, A1 at saka A0. But we're because of the Americans occupation before, na-introduce tayo dito sa mga American standards, and even before, yung mga horsepower, yung mga ganyan, di ba? Yung mga ang standard pagka sa Pilipinas is kilojoules, pagka ISO. Kasi European standards, kasi kung papansinin yung mga packaging ng mga carton boxes ng air conditioners, nakasulat dalawa. So, para hindi mo confuse yung tao, kasi we're more familiar with yung ISO. At saka even the refrigerator, di ba? Cubic feet ang ginagamit, So, dapat siya liters. Okay? So, dalawa ang nakalagay sa packaging para hindi malito, and for the companies to comply with the standards at the same time. Okay? So, and BNIL being also an institution, we should follow what the government is requiring us to follow, So sa atin, ang dapat natin gamitin sa ISO. So ito yung mga standards when it comes to paper. Okay? So sa technical drawing naman, as a lecture, when we're doing draft 1, draft 2, so ang ginagamit lang naman natin paper usually is A3 at saka A2 size. So just familiarize yourself with that. But of course, when you're doing in actual practice, pag nag-require yung client ng mas malaking drawing, or like I said, we have to be flexible, we can use A1 at saka up to A0. And sa A0 naman, it's not limited to its width, Halimbawa, yung A0, 841 ang millimeters yan, mm. Tapos, ang standard is A0, 1,189 millimeter, But if your drawing requires too many details, pwede pa siyang humaba. So variable na yung length niya. Pero yung A0 na height, which is 841, yan na yung maximum nun. You can only go beyond longer. Okay? So as a requirement yan for your understanding. Okay? So next is with regards to our standards also when it comes to title block. Okay, and this is not just a standard of BNIL, It is a standard also of all technical drawings when it comes to assigning border lines or margins. So for the left margins, it should be 20 millimeter. Bakit mas malaki yung sa left margin, Yung border? Kasi when we attach files, no, doon sa book, page doon sa ano, sa kasi ang submissions, no, or usually ang standard filing ng mga engineers at saka designers, industrial designers, is yung ano, naka-ano siya sa folder. Okay? If you were my student before, so you would know na ang standard filing natin is yung A4 size na folder, no? Naka parang fastener lang doon sa left side, no? So in all filing documents na mechanical engineering, nakaganon siya, and this document is folded, no? May standard na folding din yan para pag pinold mo A4 size na lang siya. Okay? Then with A3 size ganun din, no? And ang upright lang na portrait ang layout when it comes to drawing is A4 size only. Okay? The rest, hindi mo pwedeng i-reorient. Like A3 size, you cannot reorient it to make portrait. So dapat landscape na yan. So from A3 hanggang A0, dapat landscape na lahat yan. Okay? So kung papansinin nyo yung title block, no, nasa right side, may standard size din yan when it comes to width. Ang reference ng width na ginagamit natin is yung dito sa A4 size. Kung yung papansinin nyo yung A4 size, sagad siya yung title block. No? So ito, ang total width nito, or nung A4 size is 210, so minus 30, 180. Okay? So yung title block natin, yung width lang yan, 180. You cannot go beyond that or less than that because that was already set as a standard. But yung contents ng title block is different depending on each company or institution that uses these technical drawing standards. Okay? Pwede lang siyang tumaas, pwede rin bumaba, but the title block should remain in the width of 180 millimeter. That is in reference to the A4 size. So kahit saan mo siya dalhin dito, nasa right side siya and with the width of 180 millimeter. Okay? So if you have questions during the process of a discussion, during this discussion, just raise your hand or call my attention. So para hindi tayo babalik, no, doon sa topic na yon. So we can continuously move forward. No? So just if you have questions, just call my attention. Okay? So next is yung standard title block natin. For the standard title block, we have basically decided this already within the school, no, parameters, because of course, as an institution and also as a requirement by CHED, no, dapat meron tayong mga ganitong guides or manuals, no, when teaching para hindi nalilito yung mga students, so we could lahat ng technical drawing lessons is isang klase lang, one type lang, walang differences. Okay, so we were able to set these standards as the contents of our title block, no? And as a requirement then sa yung mga contents na to, there are minimum requirements of ISO like the institution name, dapat nakalagay yan dyan, and also the name of the designer, then the type of document, dapat meron yan, may part number, no? Then of course we have to include other contents like yung student number, yung section, at saka yung dapat may nag-a-approve yung ng technical drawing. So in this case, your advisor or your professor, no, in drafting. So if I were your professor before, so makikita niyo siguro pinipirmahan ko talaga ito or meron akong stamp ng signature that I always made sure na these are all signed properly. Ibig sabihin na check ko siya. Okay? So other than the document type, we will discuss the document type later and the part name, which is a standard, and also date submitted, scale. Dapat hindi nawawala yan because scale changes depending on your the size of your drawings or the size of your objects. The bigger it is, the smaller your drawing should be, no? And the smaller it is, kung masyadong detail naman, papalaki naman yung scale natin. Okay? Then unit of measure should always be in millimeter. Pero gumagamit ng centimeters, probably kung malalaki na yung ano mo. If it's a car or ano, anyway, yung cars, even when drawing cars, no, millimeters pa rin ginagamit nila. They don't use centimeters. Okay, so you could basically round it off as designers. Okay, so and pages 1 of 8, meaning ilan ba talaga yung total number of documents? Like in your case, sa thesis, ilang pages ba lahat yon? No? So yun yung 8. Halimbawa, 8 pages lahat. Then may page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay? So hindi yan it's not used to spread out your drawing in different parts, no? Dapat when we say one drawing, dapat isang drawing lang per part. Walang part 1, part 1A, part 1B, no? Walang ganon. So just remember that. And yung grade, we use this for manual drawing. Okay? And of course, reminder when it comes to the thickness. So may standard thickness ito. Okay? Yung mga line. Okay? So yung borderline natin, ang thickness is 1 millimeter, including the border of this title block. Okay? So ito yung sukat niya, 180 millimeter, di ba? So yung label, may mga height din siya. Okay? Para hindi siya, it has to be particular. We have to be particular when it comes to the height. And of course, for the labels, it can be italic. No? Separate it from the description. So ito yung mga description. And all descriptions should be in capital letters as mentioned here. No? So yung labels will be capital and lowercase. So ito yung sukat, no, sa left side, and ito yung sukat ng distinctions ng ano. Then this one, yung symbol ng third angle projection, we will discuss that later. Okay? And this is for, as I said, this is for drafting courses. For thesis, we will just move this, no? Yung grade, malilipat dito sa portion na to, we'll just move everything. And yung grade dito sa right side, mawawala, it will be moved, yung space na yan will be moved to the left, no? To include the BNID logo. Okay? So it is important for us to have that BNID logo as a standard. So ang nilalagay dyan sa technical drawing is yung logo ng institution. No? Hindi program, hindi yung group or something. It has to be the institution. Okay? So yun lang magiging difference doon. Still, the institution name should be here, no? Up to the department, no? So naka-ano siya, naka-slash lang siya, School of Design and Arts and Industrial Design. Okay? So wala pang questions? Okay, kung wala pa, wala pa? Okay. So we'll just proceed to the next ano. Okay? So after the title block, we'll go to the line types, no? So this is basically standard. And when you draw, meron tayong tinatawag ng yung object. This is referring to the object, no? So there's an outer visible line which is 0.5 in thickness and inner visible line which is 0.3 in thickness. Okay? So ito yung line thickness. So when you use your CAD, no, you can define the points, no, in thickness ng points. Or sometimes ito to yung it is a measurement, no? It's 0.5 millimeter or 0.3 millimeter, then 0.1 millimeter. Okay? So yung inner visible, if you look at this drawing on the right side, yan yung outer visible. Completely external lang, no? So lahat ng outside, this is one way of defining the entire object, no? So anything that goes beyond that object is already not included in the object. So it could be a description, it could be a label, no? Or it could be another representation of a part, no? Parang ganun na siya. So it's not so it has to be confined with the outer visible. So other details inside will be the inner visible. So this goes same with the front, no? Pagka front siya, yung inner line sa loob, inner visible lines which should be 0.3 and the outer visible should be 0.5, no? Doon yun sa lahat ng details including the cross sections, okay? So please follow this, no? Very strict tayo dito, okay? Then the hidden lines, although you could see here, no, kasi sa manual drafting, we have to define this, yung spacing ng line, no? It should be 3 millimeter by 1 millimeter by 3 millimeter by 1 by 3 by 1. So, ganun dapat siya. So, we have to, to be consistent about it, no, in sa manual drafting. But when you're using CAD, no, just use the standards that is provided by CAD, no, when it comes to the hidden lines. But make sure that the thickness is still 0.1 millimeter. Okay? And as for my suggestion, no, for your drawing, make sure that you start out your drawing with the right scale already. Okay? So what happens in the past, no, yung mga iba, they made the drawing big, no? Malaki na siya. So when scaled down, lahat, pati even the thickness of the lines were scaled. No, lumipis lahat. Halos naging hairline na lang siya na halos nawala na. So make sure that when you start out, when doing the drawings, make sure that the lines are already defined based on these standards. Okay? So ang center line natin, no, is 15 by 1 by 3 by 1 by 15. Okay? Then again, 3. Okay? But of course, like I said, kung meron sa CAD, no, that is standard, if this can be set, no, in your CAD, the proper spacing of the center line, so I suggest you set it first. Okay? Same with the hidden lines. If this can be set with these standards, please set it first before starting with the drawing. Okay? Then the leader line, and starting with the hidden lines, 0.1 lang ito lahat because for us not to confuse with the other lines, no, with the outer visible and the inner visible lines. So yun lang yung makakapal. Then the rest should be 0.1, no? Except the cutting plane, which should also be defined, no? So sa cutting plane, same thickness as the outer visible line, like the 0.5 siya. Okay? So for the cross section, ito yung gap, no? It could be from 2 millimeter to 4 millimeter gap. Okay? So ito yung ano, and the thickness should be 0.1, meaning this yung hatching lines niya. So yung hatching line should be 0.1 millimeter thickness. Okay? So I think sa CAD, no, lalo na when doing AutoCAD, it is color defined, di ba? Yung thickness ng lines. So when you set it as please make sure that that color can be defined as the you can set it as based on the thickness, no? So please always refer to that to sa CAD, okay? And setting yung standard line thickness. Okay? Sa cutting plane, so ito rin 6 then 1 millimeter gap. Yung dash niya another 6 millimeter then 1, so continuous lang siya. Okay? Then how we define the cutting plane? By cutting it, ito yung spacing distance niya na 6161. Then you have to extend it and point towards the A, meaning kung saan siya naka-point, that is the view of the drawing, no? Halimbawa, pointing it towards the left. So when you cut it here, doon siya harap. It pointing towards that direction. Okay? Don't mistake, don't do a mistake about it. Okay? So huwag kayong makakamali. So kung saan ang direction yon, yun yung section na dapat nakikita. Okay? The next is dimension lines, which is really important. Okay? So for the dimension lines, no, dito sa right side, this is for manual drafting. Okay? But if you would set your with a solid arrow, no? Kahit ganito na lang. Why we do this in manual drawing is because just by defining the thickness na 0.3 siya and the dimension line is 0.1, so nagsusolid na yan, dulo na yan. So it can be easily seen. No? But if you're using CAD, wherein the arrow is already a solid triangle, you could basically use that already. This is just for manual drawing. Okay? So just to identify the parts, this is your dimension line. This is your dimension text, yung 15 sa taas, and this is your extension line. Okay? So may standard spacing yan. This is considering like for example, this is our object. Okay? So the dimension, may minimum distance yan from the object, which is 10 millimeter. Ito yun. So 10 millimeter lang siya. And the extension line, there should be a gap from the object, which is from 1.0 to 1.5 millimeter. May gap, dapat hindi siya dumidikit. Okay? So yung extension line should also extend from the dimension line with 2 to 3 millimeter. Ito yung nasa left side. Yan yung spacing distance niya. Yung distance ng line. No? Yung iba kasi, they stop from this arrow tapos hindi na nila ina-extend. You need to extend the extension line beyond the dimension line. Okay? Then for the dimension text, it should be position center, no? And with a gap from the dimension line with 1 to 1.5 millimeter also. Okay? So nasa ibabaw siya. So probably you were taught by others, or if not, no, you can see drawings in the internet relating to having this dimension line in between the dimension, this dimension text in between the dimension line, no? So ibang standards yon. That's American National Standards. Okay? And our dimension should always be directional. Like for example, ito yung arrow natin, no? On your left side, dito sa dimension natin doon sa mga dimension lines at saka text, no? Yung mga measurements dito, if you'll notice, use this as a guide also in the proper dimensioning. Okay? So like for example, hindi kasya yung text dito, you can take it out, no? Pwede mo siya ilabas dito. Don't fit it inside. Okay? And like for example, this medyo alanganin din dito, it will basically touch the arrowheads. Ilabas mo na rin siya. Okay? Then if in case you need to dimension somewhere like this, no? So meron din siyang yung extension, no? Parang ito rin siya, may extension din siya rito sa extension line. So similar to that. You add a little bit of extension based on this dimension, 2 to 3 millimeter. Okay? So yan yung guide. And when you add another layer, no? To the dimension, there's a maximum of 3 layers, no? So you could add 2 more dimensions on top of this. Okay? Just don't cross. May mga guides tayo. We'll just discuss that later. Okay? So hindi dapat nagko-cross sa dimension line yung extensions mo. Okay? So you could add up to 3 layer. So yung measurement on will be 6 millimeter for the next succeeding layer. Pero dimension line to dimension line na. Okay? You don't need to So yung 6 millimeter na yon, may spacing na para doon sa 3 millimeter height ng text. And yung remaining, no? Which is basically kung 6 yan, so merong remaining 3 millimeters pa, 2 millimeters on top of the text, and 1 millimeter underneath. So magkakaroon na ng enough spacing. Okay? Para sa susunod na dimension lines, no? For that third layer. Okay? So please remember that. Then next is yung, wala kayong questions with regards to these dimension lines? Wala pang question?
Yung units natin, sir, hanggang sa tenths, point ano lang, sa millimeter. Okay.
You're talking about the dimension text.
The text, yes.
So sa dimension text, yung mga decimals, you're talking about the decimals. Okay. So for the dimension text, dapat talaga naka-decimal siya, no? So we will discuss that later. Meron tayong topic about that for you not to be confused with this measurement. Dito muna tayo doon sa type of lines muna. So sa
Okay.
dimension text, no? Meron tayong standards din when it comes to bakit naka-decimal lahat ng ano ko even though it's 1.0 or bakit hindi na lang 1. Okay? So meron tayong it is basically a requirement in technical drawing. Okay? So ito, yung mga proper spacing, the blue text and lines are basically the measurement of this, how you would position your dimension extension line at saka dimension lines. Okay? So next is the center lines. So yung center line, when you're defining the center, no? Minsan kasi center lines are already defined as measurement, no? So parang measurement na rin siya, yung location ng center ng hole mo. Okay? So when you put center lines on a circle, dapat may plus doon, no? So ito yung measurement ng plus. It's 3 by 3. 3 by 3. Then there's a space, no? Space of 1 millimeter. Then you can continue. Then if you need to extend it beyond this circle only, 4 millimeter lang. Okay? So bakit hindi natin ina-eksakto dun sa circle? Okay? Because it will become part of the drawing na. Okay? So we have to extend it beyond the object line for it to be differentiated from the object line. Okay? Kahit so maliit siya, kahit 0.1 lang yung thickness niya, it has to be done that way. No? So dapat hindi siya titigil. And you can extend it beyond dun sa part na affected ng center line na yon. If it's not center already, you have to stop there. Okay? So, and when using diameters, no? Any measurement that is beyond half, no? Or half or beyond the half of a circle, dapat diameter na yung measurement natin. Hindi na dapat radius. So you would notice on the right side, radius yan. So kung less than half of the circle, dapat yan, radius ang gagamitin natin. We will not use diameter because it's not even whole of a circle, no? So pagka whole of a circle, it's diameter. Pero even more than half, no, of a circle should already be considered as diameter, no, when doing the dimensioning. So there's two ways to approach the diameter measurement. Arrow that passes through the center, dapat nagpapass siya through the center, and extending 10 millimeter beyond the object line, no? Kung if you still have an object, no, halimbawa na itong circle na sa loob ng isa pang object, please extend it outward. Okay, ilabas nyo pa. So minimum distance again is 10 millimeter from the object line. Similar with your dimension lines here. No, dapat yung dimension should be 10 millimeter beyond the object line. So similar with this one. Okay? And another way to identify, no, meron siyang width, no, ng diameter, but you still need to put the diameter symbol, okay, and the measurement. Okay? Then for the radius, no, again, from the object line, dapat may 10 millimeter distance. So tatandaan nyo parati yung 10 millimeter spacing kasi hindi dapat siya ilalapit. Dimension should not be less than 10 millimeter from the object line to the dimension text or dimension lines. Okay? So, and when measuring, identifying the dimension, the radius, anywhere you place it here, it should always point towards the center of the radius. No? Kung ito yung radius, ito yung center. No? Anyway, if you're using CAD, automatic na yan. No? When you identify this fillet, no? Pag ina-identify mo itong fillet, ano yan? It will always point towards the center line because that is the standard. No? So similar when doing diameters, no? Automatic na yan. Pagka-clinic mo yan, arrow will come out from here, no? Lalabas na siya doon. So automatic na siya when using CAD. Okay? So those are the lines, no? Then phantom lines, ano ito? Parang it's used to define movement o kaya reference lines, no? Because there are some dimensions wherein you have to define some curves at saka no? So those will be reference lines lang. So pagka meron kang long dash, then 2 short dashes, tapos 1 long dash na 0.1 ang thickness, 0.1 millimeter, no? Ano yan? Ang tawag dyan is phantom lines. And it's sometimes called reference lines. Okay? So pag nakita nyo yan, or if you want, no, halimbawa, you need to put a dimension from here, pero wala siyang physical na line doon sa ano na yon. So you have to define that as phantom line or reference line. Okay? So dapat ilagay mo yan doon with this type of line, then add measurement to that. Okay? Like for example, meron kang object na ellipse, no? Halimbawa, may object ka na ellipse. Pero yung actual part mo hanggang dito lang. Pero how to generate that part, kailangan mo yung buong ellipse. Okay? Did you understand it? So yung continuation ng line na yon would be a phantom line. Magiging phantom line na yon kahit ito lang yung object mo. Okay? So you have to identify that line using phantom line para malagyan mo yung measurement. So ito yung total dimension ng ng object line mo, ito. But meron kang measurement para do sa phantom line na yon for you to be able to generate the whole ellipse. Okay? So that's how you would use the phantom lines or reference lines. Okay? Nakukuha niyo ba? Do you understand my yung explanation ko? Nakukuha niyo ba? Or do I have to draw it? Sige, kukuha ako ng Inside paabot na yung whiteboard marker. Ay. Ayun sa Yan. Permanent. Sige, sandali lang. Magdodrawing tayo. Sandali lang. Okay, meron akong whiteboard. For example, this is your ellipse. Okay. Then our actual product is this one only. Okay. Okay. So this part, no, for you to be able to generate the entire ellipse, you need to show itong part na to. So this should be a reference line, no? So dapat ganyan siya, okay? Okay, did you get it? Kasi yung object kasi natin ito lang yung actual object, okay? So for you to be able to generate this ellipse, you need to put measurement here. No? No? Kailangan mo maglagay ng measurement yan. Okay? So did you get
Okay.
it? So ito, this line should be a reference line o kaya phantom line. But your object is only this one. But for you to be able to put measurement or dimension, for you to generate the complete ellipse, you have to put complete the drawing. And this one using reference lines. Okay? Nakuha nyo?
Yes, sir.
So yan, that is one of the purpose of having phantom lines or reference lines. Okay? Okay, so kung wala ng questions dito, let's proceed. So ang standard paper size natin for thesis, no, as I mentioned here, is yung A2 size. Okay? And ito yung requirement natin. No? Supposed to be, no, this is a requirement for the physical submission of technical drawing. No? But I don't know right now, no, since it's a pandemic, and I don't know with regards to the requirements if your advisor, ewan ko lang, Ms. Tani, if you will allow them to submit a physical technical drawing or just a digital. Okay? So it depends on the guidelines of your advisor o kaya yung thesis, the current thesis group ruling, no, thesis ruling. So it will really depend on the thesis ruling right now. So I don't know yet, no, but from the last thesis, hindi na pinagsubmit ng physical, no, it's only digital copy. But so ito pa rin yung standard natin. So if you'll submit, it should be in PDF, no, kung digital siya, it should be in PDF with the front title block, no, ito yon. Okay, ito yung contents nun. So it has to have a front page, then nakakabit siya doon sa front cover. No, kung digital, parang simulation na lang ng front cover. Okay? Then for the contents, ito yung contents, no, in proper order. Okay? So design part specifications, which we will discuss later. Ito yung mga contents na to, pag-usapan natin later. Design part specifications, assembled drawing, parts drawing, which could be multiple, and exploded view drawing. Yung assembled drawing, usually isa lang yan. But sometimes there are drawings wherein there are sub-assemblies. No? So for you to be able to properly identify those parts, meron munang design, assembly drawing para do sa complete, pero naman assembly drawing para do sa ibang parts. Okay? But it's recommended only to have one assembled drawing. And parts drawing, ito yung per part na. And when it comes to part drawing, you're only required to submit part drawings of items you designed originally. If the parts are existing, you don't need to draw it. Just get specifications, part numbers, yung from the supplier, or if you can get technical drawing from the supplier, mas mabuti yun. Okay? Then the exploded view, which is also required. Okay? So if you are required to submit a physical technical drawing, ito dapat siya. Okay? Vector board sa top, illustration board sa bottom, tapos yung tracing paper in between, then it should be ring bind. Okay? So A2 size yung standard. Okay? So this is for thesis students. Next. Wala tayong question dito. So anyway, with regards to which is required, no, please ask your advisor na lang. Ms. Tani is the best person to answer this. Okay? So next is document types. No? Ito yung document types. Design part specification, ano siya? It's a document that shows the design specifications of each aesthetic part of your complete product. This could be presented in isometric view of the complete product and exploded view to show hidden parts only for parts assembly to function. No? So optional lang naman to, depende lang siya. Then label, describe in matrix form. No? So ito yung naman assembled drawing. Document shows whole product with parts combined, orthographic, and isometric view in with minimal dimensioning. Ibig sabihin, hindi kinakailangang detail. Okay? Then the part drawing, yun na yung dapat na detail. Document shows details of each part of your product, complete dimensions, sections, details, and descriptions. This is mostly the reference of machinists, fabricators, and molds and dies maker. Okay? So dapat detailed siya. Hindi pwedeng kulang ang dito, details. Okay? Then the exploded view, it is for how the parts are being assembled, no? So yun yung parang yung iba nakaunti lang naman ang parts, dito na nila nilalagay sa design part specification. Meron kang whole assembled part tapos meron kang exploded parts. So you don't have to draw this. Doon sa mga simple parts lang, okay? But for those that have extensive number of parts, dapat you have to have two, no? Design part specification and exploded or assembly drawing ang tawag doon terms. Okay, ano ba yung design part specification? No? So as I said dito, complete product or exploded view, depende siya. Okay? So ito yung sample. Okay? So ito yung matrix. So it has to be identified like per part, quantity. So yung part, ito yung part number, ito rin yun. Okay? Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. So yun yun. Okay? Ito yung quantity per part kasi halimbawa yung screw, marami siya. So pwede marami yun. Okay? Then color. So ito, since this is a thesis only, and if you want to impress your jurors, pwede mo ilagay dito like Pantone color, no? Process color, no? Hindi lang ganito ka-simple. Okay? Then the finish, syempre may iba-ibang finishings. May matte finish, merong glossy, merong may etching, merong sandblasted, merong mirror, no? So yan, meron din transparent or clear transparent. Okay? Ano bang material yon? ABS plastic, PP, or kung metal siya, aluminum, steel, CRS steel, no? Cold rolled steel, or rubber, or anumang material. Then, meron siyang process, paano siya binubuo, and meron second process. So, yung process, like in this case, injection molding, so yun yung niya. So, maraming klaseng processes involved, no? So, you'll learn that in your industrial, yung materials. Okay? So, yun yung processes. And yung second process, nandyan yung process on top of this. No? Like for example, pad printing, silk screen printing, or kung aluminum, may anodizing, meron siyang painting. No? So yung painting, identify nyo rin dito kung ano yon. Tapos identify nyo rin yung color. Kasi yung material dito, yung color, no? This could be a base color for that part. Tapos yung second process, you can identify the second process color. Okay? Kung merong second process. Then for the existing parts that you don't need to draw but need to identify dito sa parts specification, ilalagay nyo lang dito existing part. Like the infrared lamp here, existing part siya kasi visible siya aesthetically seen siya. So dapat i-identify mo. Then, identify mo yung existing part na yon. Like anong code, anong type. Kung wala siyang code, just indicate na ano siya, existing by the supplier, anong model number. Okay? That applies to the motor, no? Di ba may mga motor yung ibang parts natin, merong yung screws hindi mo na kinakailangan i-drawing if it is a screw you can buy from the shelf, no? Or any hardware store. Kung standard naman siya, identify mo lang kung anong klaseng type of screw. And usually, for screws, there are different standards also. Okay? May mga code din siya. Merong panhead, merong flathead, meron din siyang, tapos yung machine screw, meron din yung wood screw, no? Merong iba-ibang klase. So it has to be identified also. Okay? And in this part, no, hindi mo kinakailangan lagyan ng yung logo natin, yung third angle projection. Okay? So next, ano ba yung assembled at saka part drawing? So yung assembled drawing niya ng whole part mo as an assembly. Kompleto siya lahat. Okay? Kung wheelchair halimbawa, it's not separated into dapat isang buo siya. So yung complete measurement niya, yung height ng seat, gano'n lang, minimal dimensioning lang. It doesn't have to be dimensioned completely. Pero yung major parts niya rin, like for example, kung wheelchair yon, yung diameter ng wheels niya, ilagay mo lang. Pero yung details ng wheels, hindi mo na kinakailangang i-specify. Okay? So only minimal dimensioning. Doesn't have to be too detailed because it's only that is the reference when the product is fully assembled only. Okay? Then for the part drawing, yung part drawing naman is a drawing wherein it has to be detailed already because ito na yung reference ng mga injection moldings, ng mga machinists na gagawa ng parts, yung magka-cut, magpa-process, no? For them to be able to generate that part. Okay? So yung assembled drawing hindi detailed because it's only used as a reference for assembly. No?
Sir.
Nabuo na siya. Okay?
Sir, question.
Yes.
Sir, for the assembled drawing, do we need to use hidden lines to show what's inside or hindi na?
Only if necessary. Minsan hindi na kinakailangan. Okay?
Okay.
So if the hidden lines would basically disrupt the image of your drawing or will only confuse yung magbabasa ng drawing, better not to put it, no? You only put it there if it is necessary for the and usually it is necessary in parts drawing, no? But if doon sa parts drawing, sobrang dami na rin ng lines na yon and it confuses you could basically eliminate it. Pwede mo ilagay lang doon yung hidden lines that are relevant, no? Para ma-identify nila or maintindihan nila yung part na yon. Okay? So it's not required for hidden lines to be always there, no? Kung necessary lang.
All right. Thanks, sir.
Okay? Sige.
Sir,
Yes.
yung about sa wiring, sa mga electricals, include pa rin ba yun sa atin? Kailangan pa rin natin ilagay kung saan dadaan yung wires and or hindi naman, talagang yung circuit motherboard lang yung kailangan
You could
ilagay.
basically provide that drawing pero hindi na kinakailangan dito. You can provide that in your book. Okay? Kasi when we talk about technical drawing, it's basically for industrial design purposes only. Pang industrial designer lang to. Usually, yung gumagawa niyan, yung mga electrical engineer, electronics engineer, so they basically do a different drawing. So what we're doing here and what we're teaching you, yung drawings that only industrial designers can provide. No, may mga drawings pa rin that is done by mechanical engineers. No?
Okay.
So basically, mas malapit-lapit tayo sa mechanical engineers. Okay?
Okay.
Pero sa kanila kasi, for example, doon sa mga drawings nila, if it's plastic injection, may mga drop angle pa yung mga nila. So it has to be precise. No? Dapat nahuhugot siya sa molde. Okay? Then they even define yung parting lines of the mold. So dapat dito yung parting line niyan. So ina-identify nila yon. So if you look at a mechanical drawing, mas complicated yon. Mas marami ring ano. Even yung mga boss, yung mga mounting ano, screw mounts, no? Naka-identify yon. But for industrial designers, it's not relevant, no?
Okay.
Ang relevant sa atin, measurement ng aesthetic parts.
Okay.
So yung sa inside nun, yung sa loob nun, yung bituka sa loob nun, we don't have to. Bahala na mechanical engineers doon.
Okay.
You could show it in your drawing na merong mga ribs doon, may mga screw mount doon, but you don't have to detail it.
Okay.
Hindi na kinakailangan may measurement. Okay? So yung importanteng measurement sa industrial design is yung aesthetics lang, yung visible parts lang. No?
Okay.
Na makikita. Okay?
Sige, sir.
Okay. So let's go. Kung wala nang question,
Wala na.
So let's go into details of the assembled yung at saka part drawing. Okay? So when we talk about assembled or part drawings, marami kasi may mga misconception yan before na pwede siyang page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay? But it is a violation of the rule, no, of technical drawing. Kasi when we talk about part drawing or assembled drawing, dapat sa isang papel nandoon lahat ng references. Even the sections, no? Even the front, top, bottom, left, right side, no? Ano siya? It has to be there, and including the isometric. So sa isometric, wala tayong hidden lines. So ang purpose ng isometric is for the machinist or the mold maker to understand or view the three-dimensional image of the product para ma-visualize niya. Okay? So ang common dito, ang nakikita mo dapat sa isometric ay yung primary views, yung front, top, at saka right side. Okay? So yung front, again, front, top, right side, those are our primary views. Okay? Ibig sabihin, bakit primary views? Because, halimbawa, yung left side is basically symmetrical to the right side. Ito hindi siya symmetrical, kasi the other side is hidden lines. No? So, hindi siya symmetrical. You have to place it there. No? Yung rear view is not symmetrical to the front kasi naging hidden line siya rito. You have to put the rear view. Okay? Then the top view, no? Which is a primary view, you need to put. And the bottom, it pwedeng wala if it is basically symmetrical to the top. Okay? So kung parehas lang siya, na mirror lang siya sa baba, exactly, you can take it out. Pwede siya mawala. Okay? So ito yung three primary views, which is the front, top, and the right side. And kung papansinin nyo, lahat ito is in blue shade. Nakikita nyo ba na blue siya? Or green or blue-green or something. So that means it is not required to put like front, left, right side na words. Hindi na siya nilalagay. So we'll go to that later. Dadaanan natin yan. Okay? So ito all around, dito mo ilalagay yung mga cross-section, yung mga details, yung parang i-magnify mo, tapos akala mong lalagyan ng dimension, putting scales also, di ba? Pagka kasi masyadong maliit dito, hindi ko for example, maraming details dito sa front na to, then I can't put dimensions here because it's too small, no? So ilalagay ko rin siya rito, bibilogan ko, tapos ilalagay ko rito detail A, no? Detail A, tapos i-magnify ko siya, lalagay ko yung scale para malagyan ko ng dimension. Okay? So, yun yung mga samples. Okay? So, dito sa mga areas na yan, all around the drawing is where you put it. Okay. And, remember, important yung scale ng drawing. No? And starting out. So, dapat mag-fit yung drawing dito with enough space for the details, no? Saka may notes dito, like for example, yung finishing, texture, pwede mo ilagay doon sa mga notes. Okay? So, kinakailangan nito may third angle projection. So, ano ba yung third angle projection, no? Ito siya, yung symbol na to. Okay? So, if you're looking, ito yung mga sample no? Actually, yung third angle is commonly used in for American National Standards, no? Sa ISO kasi baliktad. Okay? Pero since ISO tayo, no? And nasa Asia tayo, wherein we're more familiar with the third angle projection, we could actually use it. Okay? So ito yung symbol naman pag first angle. Okay? So ito yung parang front, ito yung right side. Dito sa first angle, yung right side mo nakaposition sa left. Okay? Pero ito pa rin yung front mo. So baliktad lang sila in that aspect, no? Parang ganyan siya. And sa Europe, halimbawa, Europe ang market mo, ang client mo, ang drawing mo dapat is first angle. Kasi they're more familiar with that sa Europe. Kasi doon nagsimula yung ISO. But if your client is Asia and the United States, dapat third angle ang gamitin mo. But since we're here in the Philippines and we're more familiar with the third angle projection, it's best to use the third angle projection. Kahit hindi siya ISO. Okay? So kaya nga may symbol na ganito, that means ISO, ina-allow niya yung you just need to identify kung anong type of projection siya. And this applies to all orthographic drawings. Okay? So pagka isometric or pagka exploded view, hindi na siya orthographic, dapat wala na itong symbol na to. Okay? So pag may ortho lang to, orthographic. Okay? So ito yung parang niya. Yung front pa rin. Yung right nasa right pa rin. Yung left, nasa left pa rin. Yung top, nasa top. No? When we're talking about first angle, no, like I said, ito yung front, yung right, nasa left naka-position. Yung top, nasa bottom. Ito yun, no? Ito yung top niya, nandun sa bottom. Okay? Tapos yung left, no? Yung left na supposed to be here, nandito siya sa kabila. Tapos yung bottom, yun na pupunta sa taas. Okay? So those are the two common projections. Wala nang second, wala nang fourth. Okay? So first and third lang sila. Okay? So ito pang sample, no? Front, top, yan yung third angle, right side nandoon. So first angle, no? Yan yung right, no? Nandito. Yung front, yung pa rin, tapos ito yung top sa baba. Okay? So yan ang differences niya. Okay? So best practices, basic rules. Okay? So all descriptions should be in uppercase, no? Nakita naman natin yan doon sa when we're talking about the title block. Naka-uppercase lahat ng descriptions. Ibig sabihin yung sagot, yung label, parang yun yung tanong, no? Caps lowercase 'yon. Pero pagka when you describe ito na yan, dapat lahat capital, no? Even the millimeter symbol dapat capital siya. Okay? So ito yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, yung number 2. Ito dapat nakikita. Okay? Front, top, left, right side, rear, and bottom. Okay? So dapat yan nakikita yan. But, no? Sa number 3, you can only omit 1, 2, or 3 views if it is similar or symmetrical to the one of the required views or kaya yung primary views. Ano ba yung primary views? Ito, front, top, and right side. Okay? So yan yung hindi dapat mawala. Then sinasabi rito, select a front view that best describes the part and should best fit in your document. It does not need to be the actual front of the product. Okay? So, mag-jump muna tayo. Ito yung sample. Pag in-identify mo talaga, ginamit mo yung front na totoong front ng product mo, ganito mangyayari sa drawing mo. Okay? So hindi mo may fit doon sa papel. Kasi mali yung orientation eh. You could basically decide which front, which top, which is left, which is right. Okay? So, wag natin susundin ito. So that's why in our yung rule number number 5, we omit the text, yung front view, top view. Hindi siya nilalagay doon sa drawing. No? Automatic kasi yan. Kung nasaan yung top mo, yun nasa baba niya, yun yung front view. Kung nasaan yung may right side view, na may top view, di ba may 3 primary views siya. Top, front, at saka right. So kung ano yung nasa center nung top at saka nung right, yun yung front view. Automatic na yun. It's a common sense in technical drawing. Kaya hindi na ina-identify hindi na nilalagyan ng label ng top, front, at saka right side view. Okay? So nakaka-confuse lang yon. Kasi pag nilagay mo nga naman dito, halimbawa ito yung magiging front mo, okay ba na nakalagay dito front view? Hindi naman siya front eh, baka pagtawanan ka ng customer mo. No? Hindi naman pala marunong itong draftsman na to eh. Yung left side ng sasakyan, yun yung ginawa niyang front view. No? So, pagtatawanan ka, no? Hindi marunong ito, palitan natin ito. Baka ganun ang gagawin sa iyo. Okay? But that's why you don't need to identify. Automatic na yan. Kung nasaan yung top, kung nasaan yung right, kung nasaan yung, basically ito yung front view ng drawing mo. Okay? So you don't need to identify. Okay? Then balik tayo dun sa remove hidden lines unless absolutely necessary. Ito na yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, your questions about the hidden lines. No? Only necessary to describe the shape of your object. Pero kung hindi na, sobrang dami na doon, mako-confuse ka lang, magugulo lang yung drawing, best not to put it. Okay? Hindi mababawasan ng points mo doon. Okay? Pagka walang hidden lines. Pagka sinabi ng tinira kayo ng juror nyo because of that, sila yung turuan mo, no? Pakita mo itong standards. Sir, ito basahin niyo yung standards, oh. Sabi niyo lang, i-ready niyo doon. Meron ka sa sir, ito basahin niyo. Sinusunod ko lang naman 'to. This is what was taught to us. Okay? So, pakita niyo lang yung standards na yan. That's enough to justify. Okay? So, do not indicate hidden lines on isometric views. Okay? So, hindi na kinakailangan identify. Minimize use of center lines between holes, etc. No? They give little value and add clutter to the entire drawing. So usually kasi yung center lines is only necessary for parts wherein you need to dimension. Kung hindi na kinakailangan, huwag mo nalagyan ng center lines. Okay? So punta tayo dito sa next sample. No? So ito muna, no, bago tayo tumawid doon sa mga susunod na So meron tayong when layouting your your drawings, it's best to have a minimum space in between. In this case, yung in between ang nilagay natin 36 mm. But it could be larger. Pwede siyang mas malaki. Okay? But it has to be even all throughout, yung proper spacing niya. Okay? So bakit 36 mm? Kasi applicable dito yung 3 layers of dimensioning. When we talk about 3 layers of dimensioning, it should be between object to object. Hindi pwedeng 3 layer dito sa bottom, 3 layer dito sa baba ng front, no? magiging 6 layers lahat yon. Okay? So ang reference only is 3 layers. And when you apply the standards of 10 millimeter, then 666, no? Or 66 pala, 10, 6, 6, may enough space ka pa na more than 10 millimeter before the object line. So hindi ka pa rin sasayad doon sa nasa top portion. Okay, same with your right side. So 3 layers lang siya. Ngayon, kung kinakailangan mong 4 layer of dimensioning, ilagay mo na rito sa kabilang side. Or decide which one is not necessary to identify both. No? Kasi when we do dimensioning, mas maganda if you place it on that area where it relates to both views. No? Yung front view at saka yung right side view, itong end ng line na to, at saka ito, so related silang dalawa, better place it in this area. Okay? Kung ito naman, it relates to the of this diagonal line, the end of this diagonal line, and this top portion, better place the dimension here. Hindi doon sa bottom part. Okay? Kung relative sila doon sa dalawa, doon mo siya ilagay. Okay? So that's how you properly dimension. And again, isa lang yung drawing natin pagka per part. Wala tayong page 1 na ililipat natin yung right side at saka back view doon sa second page. No? And usually, it's being related. No? Yung mga nagbabasa ng drawing, sandali, how can I relate this part to this part? Hindi ko mabivisualize. No? Tapos siniwalay pa natin yung isometric. Lilipat na naman ako ng page. So mali yun. You're making it difficult to the machinist or the manufacturer. Dapat talaga isang drawing lang tinitignan nila. So one sample is our drawing in yung front cover lang ng TV. Sa dami ng details nun, no, naka-scale down pa siya. Sa dami lang ng details, umabot ng 3 meters yung haba ng drawing. Pero A0 yon. A0 na variable yung length. So pag pinold siya, A4 size lang siya. Okay? So ganun ang usually mga engineering drawings. Okay? So yung third angle projection symbol, you can place it anywhere near the title block. It doesn't have to be on top, doesn't have to be on this left bottom. Pwede rin itaas ng konti, pwedeng igitna ng konti, but it should be near the title block area. Okay? So dapat doon sa area na you place it where it doesn't disrupt on the drawing. No? Kasi halimbawa, maglalagay ka ng notes dito sa ibabaw ng title block, you place it sa left portion. Okay? So, balik muna tayo dito sa ano. So again, minimize use of center lines. In scaling, scale only drawings. Do not change the actual measurements. No? Kasi yung iba, nagsasubmit ng drawings na pinagawa nila sa prototyper. Kasi yung prototyper nila, scaled yung ano nila, yung isasubmit nilang part or ano sa thesis nila, nagpagawa sila ng scaled model. So ini-scale down nila pati dimensions. Then yun din yung sinubmit nila sa juror. Mali yun. So usually, when you talk about scale, scale lang to ng drawing. Okay? Ito yung drawing mo. Naka-scale siya. Pero yung actual part, malaki siya. So yung actual part dimension ang nakalagay doon sa drawing natin. Okay? So don't do that same mistake. All detailed sections and isometric views on one part should be inside the sheet of drawing. So yun ay sinabi ko kanina. Don't do page 1, page 2, page 3 of one part. Okay? Sige ba? So balik tayo dito. Okay. Ito na, nasa dimensioning rules na tayo kasi marami nagkakamali pa rin sa dimensioning. Okay? All descriptions in dimensioning should be uppercase. So meron kasi mga descriptions like for example yung scale. Okay? Scale 1:1 o kaya cross-section. Section A to A, section B to B, no? Tapos may scale na nakalagay doon. So it has to be all in uppercase. Okay? Then another rule, consider datum and dimensioning scheme based on feature relationship. Ito, pinag-usapan na natin to, yung feature relationship. Yung part na related yung ibang parts, views, no? Sa top view, sa front view. Ilagay mo siya sa gitna. Then manufacturability and inspection, no? So yung yung manufacturability and also this reduced math for machinists and fabricators. You always dimension, no? Yung iba kasi may nakukulangan ng dimension. Bakit? You have to put dimension based on how it should be manufactured, no? Like for example, sisimulan mo ng kung ifa-fabricate siya. Okay? So you start out with a block. So yung block na yon, gagawin mo muna as a full dimension. So dapat may full dimension ka nun. Tapos yung details inside, saan ba ilalagay yung butas? No? So ilalagay mo yung butas in reference to the center of the hole kasi hindi yung kung saan nakapwesto yung edge ng hole. Doon sa edge ng object. Okay? Kasi gagamit ka ng drill to bore that hole. So yung drill, yung mark nila kung saan ipoposition yung center ng drill. So please dimension it based on the center of that hole. Tapos saka mo lang lagyan ng diameter ng hole para malaman kung anong gagamiting tool to bore it. Okay? So yun yung sample ng how to base it on manufacturability at saka yung reduced math. No? So reduced math meaning maglalagay ka ng dimension on how they would use that as reference to the object. Halimbawa sa edge, tapos papunta rito, ika-cut ko itong portion na to. So saan ko kukunin yung dimension na yan? So from this side. So lalagyan ko ng dimension dyan. Okay? So, pero kasi naglalagay na dimension, na-cut out na yung portion na yon. So paano pa gagamitin ng machinist yon? O kaya late niya gagawin yung reference na yon, hindi mo pa magagamit yung reference na yon in cutting this part. Nakukuha niyo ba yung sinasabi ko? No? Okay, so that's how you properly dimension based on manufacturability at saka less calculation, no? Para sa fabricator. Okay? So number 3, no dimensions inside objects unless absolutely difficult to indicate outside. So halimbawa, sobrang daming details, sobrang daming dimensions. That's the only time you put dimensions inside. But as much as possible, lahat ng dimension nasa labas ng object line. And like I said, doon sa spacing, yung proper distance, not less than 10 millimeter. Okay? Then number 4, place all dimensions of the same feature in one view if possible. So, dito rin, related yan doon sa number 5. Do not duplicate dimensions. If indicated from other views, use reference dimensions if necessary to duplicate. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng ibang measurement kasi kinakailangan pang fabrication. Pero, it's best not to repeat the same dimension. Halimbawa, nalagay mo na yung height dito, huwag mo na ilagay doon sa susunod ulit, yung height na naman. Tapos may height na naman. Kasi dimensions adds to the clutter of the drawing. Pagka sobrang daming dimensions, dumudumi na yung drawing. Tapos nalilito na yung fabricator kung saan siya titingin. So mas maganda if yung dimension in reference to one part, isa lang ang reference nun. Wala nang iba. Okay? Sa height, wala nang iba. And when doing dimensioning as much as possible, kung mailalagay mo lahat sa front, ilagay mo na sa front. Kung mailalagay mo lahat sa top, ilagay mo na sa yung succeeding na hindi mo mailalagay sa front, ilagay mo na sa top. Yung hindi mo mailalagay sa top, no? Yun lang ilalagay mo sa right side. Ganon din sa left side. So as much as possible, kung nilalagay mo lahat ng dimensions sa front, sa top, at saka sa right side, doon lang talaga. Okay? And don't repeat. Halimbawa, yung depth nandun na sa top, nilagay mo pa doon sa depth ng right side view. So, mali pa rin yun. Duplication yun. Okay? So, please do not duplicate dimensions. So, dumudumi. And do not dimension on hidden lines. Bawal yon. Hidden line nga yun eh. I've seen a lot of mistakes of drawings doing this. May hidden line na, no? Doon nila ginamit yung reference ng dimensioning, hindi doon sa likod. Okay? So, please do not dimension on hidden lines. Use staggered dimensioning. Yung staggered dimensioning, yun yung ikalat mo doon sa drawing. Huwag yung nakalocate lang sa isang space. As I mentioned, siya, up to maximum of 3 layers lang tayo. So as much as possible, no, ikalat nyo yung dimensions. Okay? Dimensions smallest first inside going outer or larger. Kasi yan eh, magkakaroon ng confusion, no? So drawing. Punta tayo dito sa kabila, no? Yan. Oh, yan. Alam na ni Anthony, no? Okay? So ito yung parang sample. Okay? Ano muna? Meron naman tayong reference. Okay? So in this drawing, kompleto na ba siya? Tignan niyo na mabuti. Was this drawing completely dimensioned? Then if no, ano yung lacking? So tignan niyo na mabuti yung dimension. Kompleto na ba siya? So guys, baka yung iba dyan natutulog na. So tignan niyo yan. Please look at this drawing. Please check what drawing is, what dimension is missing. Yung angle, sir.
Yung depth ng hole.
Wala? Hindi niyo makita?
Sir, yung depth ng hole. Yung...
So, sino makakasagot?
Yung depth daw ng hole, sir.
So, nakamute ka yata,
Sir? Hello? Sir?
Sorry. Namatay yata yung speaker ko. Namatay pala yung speaker ko. Okay. So, ito, sige. Ano yung
Yung depth ng hole, sir.
Yan, tama. So, depth of hole. Ngayon, anong problem dito? Hindi mo ma-dimensionan, di ba? Kasi you cannot dimension hidden lines. Right? So, anong tamang sagot? Ganito siya. Okay? You have to section it. So, yun yung purpose ng cross-sectioning. Okay? That is to draw in the details and put dimensions. Okay? Para makita yung loob. So, that's one purpose. Okay? And ito, center line, no, is considered a dimension. In this case, yung center line, kung papansinin niyo, hindi ko pinaabot dito. Okay? Because this part, this hole, is already centered to this part only, this area only. Okay? Tapos ito yung distance niya from the edge. Itong center line, pinalagpas ko doon, di ba? May 4 mm extension. No? Then, dito lang siya naka-position kasi center lang siya nitong two sides na to. Hindi nakasama ito because ito, itong part naman na to, hindi na siya center nitong rectangular part na to. Okay? So, can't dimension. Okay? Then remember, ito siya nilalagay. Caps lahat, no? So, section A to A, ito yung cross-section niya. Ito yung ginawa natin, yung A to A. Okay? Tapos, ito na siya. Section A to A. Tapos, nilakihan natin yung scale para madali. Maluwag pa naman siya eh. Di ba? So, nilagyan lang natin ng scale. Okay? Kasi itong ano nito, center ng hole, meron ng dimension dito eh. So, hindi na natin inulit. Meron na rin siyang diameter na nakaspecify dito. Okay? So, next is ruling about yung kanina pinakita ni Anthony na no? Extension lines can cross extension lines, but dimension lines should not cross extension lines, and dimension lines should not cross dimension lines. Ang haba, no? Pero simple lang ang niyan, ang sinasabi. Please do not cross dimension lines. Yun lang. Okay? Kasi yan yung nasa libro eh. No? Sinunod lang natin. Pero, ang bawal, this is a dimension line, di ba? So, bawal ito. Okay? Ito rin, this is a dimension line. Ito, dimension line to. So, nag-cross yung extension line. So, bawal din. So, ganun din ito. Please do not make that same mistake. Okay? So, ang tamang position is this one. Okay? So, rather than putting this other side as a reference, move it to the other side. Dilipat mo. So, ito siya. Okay? Then, this one, syempre, smaller inside. So, ito yon. Okay? Tapos, ito rin. No? So, dapat smaller inside. So, dapat ganito siya. So, same with this one. And again, pag maliit yung text, hindi magkasya sa loob, take it out. No? Ganyan siya. Okay? So, all in doing the dimensioning, please refer to these drawings. Okay? Pag nagda-dimensioning na kayo. Merong question dito? Wala na? Okay. Sige. Next is another rule of dimensioning. No? All dimensions in decimals. Bakit? No? Dapat may point, even decimal siya na 0.2, 0.3, dapat may 0 naman sa ibabaw. No? Pero kasi nagda-dimension, walang 0, na nakalagay 0.5. No? Kasi sa ano yon, American National Standards, ganun sila maglagay ng dimension. Pagka ISO, may pagka-decimal, may 0. O kaya, pagka-decimal number lang siya, like 0.2, 0.3, dapat may 0 sa harap. Okay? So, bakit kinakailangan naka-decimal? No? Kasi related yan doon sa rule number 13, which is yung multiple dimensioning. No? Kasi yung number, when multiple dimensioning, should be definite. Ibig sabihin, walang decimal. Okay? Kasi may nagda-dimension, kasi ito pwede magpalit yan. No? 9 multiplied by 10.0. Pwede yan. Pero dapat may diameter. Pwede ring diameter 10.0 times 9. No? So ito, kung titignan nyo, ito yung isang rule natin na yung center line, ito lang nilagyan ko kasi yan lang dinimensionan. All other parts are not dimension. So yun lang yung may center line, yung may dimension. Okay? And as I said earlier, center line is considered a dimension. Center line. No? In this case, ganyan siya. Kasi ang sinasabi rito, ito yung center. Tapos ito yung 30, meaning, pagka 30 yan, tapos nasa gitna siya, may center line dito, which affects the two circles. Ibig sabihin, hahatiin mo lang yan, yun ang spacing nun, 15, 15. Okay? So, kaya center line is considered a dimension. Tapos yung multiplying factor ng ng number, like for example ito, itong spacing na to times 2. Sabi para hindi ko nalagyan ng dimension itong kabilang side, times 2 ko na lang itong 15. So ito yon. Ibig sabihin, yun yung distance nun. Okay? So definite kasi dapat yung multiplication na factor nung distance. No, kaya sa distance dapat decimal. Para hindi ma-confuse yung machinist o kaya yung fabricator. Okay? Use center marks in views only where the feature is dimension. So yun, nasabi ko na. Use center lines and center marks in views only if the feature is being dimensioned or referenced or otherwise omit. So parang parehas lang yung ibig sabihin nun. No? Ito naman sa usage naman ng center lines. Ito naman number 14 is about yung putting center lines everywhere kasi marami gumagawa niyan. Kasi minumultiply na lang nila yan, nilalagyan na lang lahat ng center lines. Pero hindi, it's not necessary. Okay? So minimize use of center lines between holes, etc. They give little value and add clutter to the object drawn. Okay? So yun yung sinasabi natin. Para malinis yung drawings, lahat lang ng kinakailangang lagyan ng center line marks are those holes or circles that are dimensioned. Okay? So other rules use metric, unit of measure. No? Kasi nga ano tayo, ISO tayo, but of course we have clients wherein English ang ginagamit as reference. Like for example, they're using for furniture, inches ang ginagamit. No? Halimbawa sa construction, availability of construction materials, inches. No? So, hindi pa rin pwede tanggalin yung metric number. Pwede mo lang lagyan ng open close parenthesis. Tapos, ilagay mo yung inches. Okay? So, makikita pa rin nila yung measurement in inches. O kaya feet. Halimbawa, feet yung reference. Kasi halimbawa, yung board feet na plywood ang reference. So, they're using inches. Okay? So, please open close parenthesis lang yung inches, pero dapat nandun pa rin measurement ng millimeters. Okay? So do not indicate mm in all dimensions. All dimensions should be in millimeter as indicated in the title block. Pero pa kasi naglalagay ng mm dun sa measurement, dun sa dimensions, no? Dun sa dimension line, no? Yung mga ganito, 50 mm, 30 mm, no? So lahat ng dimension nilalagyan nila ng mm. Hindi na. It's already indicated in the title block. Okay? Na millimeter siya lahat. So numbers lang ilalagay natin. Okay? So if difficult to dimension due to limited space and size, indicate as detail. So yun yung pinakita ko kanina, di ba? Hindi kasi ma-dimensionan. And like I said, kung maliit masyado yung detail that you need to put dimensions on those details, gawan mo ng details. Put a circle on it, tapos lakihan mo yung circle dito sa vacant space mo sa drawing, then put detail. No? Detail A. Tapos ito yung detail A na yon, yung bilog na yon. Then put the scale. Open close parenthesis. Scale is 5:1 kasi nilakihan mo. Okay? So 5:1. Okay? So please indicate the scale. Okay? In scaling, scale on drawings, not actual measurements. Sinabi na natin ito. In dimensioning radius, diameters, dimension lines should always point towards the center. So ito, no problem if you're using CAD, no? Kasi automatic na yan. But for manual drawings, minsan namamali sila, no? Tinuturo nila yung part top ng circle pero yung dimension nila nasa baba. Dapat naka-point yun doon sa center. Okay? So parang sumusunod siya dapat doon sa pivot ng center line, no? Yung dimension line ng radius at saka diameters. Okay? So yan na yung sa mga orthographics natin, no? Pupunta na lang tayo naman sa exploded view drawing. Okay? So ito, this is a sample. Okay? So dalawang part ito drawing nyo. Yung assembled part at saka yung disassembled part. So there's two ways, no? So ito, isometric ito. We have to use the isometric drawing, no? Drawing style. So wala siyang hidden lines din, like it is shown here. Tapos how you assemble, dapat may center line. Pero kung hindi center line ang reference mo, like for example, this is a breakaway part, yun nasa left side, reference lines ang ginamit niya. Oh. So meaning it has to be located here in this portion. No, doon siya nagma-mount ito. Oh. Pinakita niya kung paano siya nagma-mount. Then again, pwedeng center lines na to kasi ang reference niya is center. Okay? So itong part number, ito siya. Part number, then quantity. Ito siguro kahit wala na yung part number na nakalagay dito. No? Isa na lang yon, yung part number at saka item number. Then yung part name lang. Yun lang ang dapat laman nito. Three sets lang. Part number, tapos yung quantity, tapos yung part name. Okay? And ito mali ito Hindi ko pala nabura dito. Meron siyang third angle projection. Hindi dapat siya third angle projection. So please don't mind this one. Bago ko i-share sa inyo, buburahin ko muna. Okay? So yun lang siya. Okay? So yun lang yung buong do you have questions regarding the contents?
Sir, ako meron.
Yes.
Sir, yung regarding sa isometric exploded na tapos merong parts list. Yung iba nga kasi, sir, di ba, nagkakamali sila dun sa orientation ng paper dahil pataas yung ano nila, pataas yung pag-explode ba ng item nila o parang ganyan. Pero so ginagawa nila, instead na landscape, naka-portrait mode, 'di ba mali 'yun? Kasi pang A4 lang natin ginagawa. So ano yung pwedeng ano nila? Ano yung pwedeng ang sinasabi kasi nila hindi kasya pagka ang tawag diyan, pagka naka landscape. Parang masyado daw nagiging maliit. So ano yung pwedeng remedyo?
I-rotate mo yung part mo. Pwede rin kasi 'yon. I-rotate mo na lang yung part. Okay?
Okay.
O kaya, ang ginagawa ng iba, ganito. No? Ito isang sample. Di ba meron tayong center line? Halimbawa, masyado mataas. Itong center line mo, i-break mo parang ganito. Baliin mo, baba ka uli, tapos akyat ka uli.
Okay.
So parang idudugtong mo. Halimbawa, itong part na to, itong dalawa, lalagpas siya rito. Ang gagawin ko, itong center line ko, gagawin kong reference line na rito. Tapos ibababa ko uli. Tapos sa angle uli ako rito, tapos pataas na naman. Tapos saka ko na siya ilalagay dito. So ang ibig sabihin nun, doon ko pa rin siya ilalagay, idudugtong dito sa center line na to. So pwede yon. So pwede siya in layers. Pero yung reference nyo, bumababa. Tapos taas uli, tatama na naman siya sa taas, baba ka uli. Tapos tataas ka na naman uli.
So sir, pwedeng ihiwalay yung buo na isometric. Tapos
hindi, dapat isang drawing
kasama
lang
siya, isang drawing lang pa rin.
Tapos pwede mo naman siya isingit lahat dito. Ilagay mo lang dito. I-move mo dito sa rightmost part. Tapos you could scale it. No? Halimbawa, gusto mo, di ba parehas ang scale gusto mo rito. Halimbawa, hindi naman masyadong importante to. Ito lang yung itsura niya pag naka-assemble. So you could scale it down. Pwedeng maliit lang siya. Indicate mo lang dito yung scale kasi it is different from the scale dito sa sa title block.
Apo.
Sa exploded. So pwedeng liitan mo siya. Ilagay mo lang dito, ito yung scale niya. Tapos ni-reduce mo siya ng mas maliit.
Okay.
So walang yan. Dapat talaga wala tayong page 1, page 2 sa exploded view. Dapat when you're talking about one drawing, dapat isa lang talaga siya. Okay.
Questions,
Sa
yung iba.
architecture kasi alam ko, pwede yan eh, hiwa-hiwalay. And you're drawing in layers kasi,
Yes,
di
sir.
ba? Magkakapatong yan. Tapos meron kang plan view rito. Plan view ang ginagamit nila eh. Tapos ano lang, front view lang ang pinaka ano mo, then yung layout na. Sa ano kasi, sa sa mechanical engineering, hindi pwedeng patong-patong. As in per document dapat siya. Walang relasyon yung isa sa isang drawing part. So parang ganun. So dapat talaga isang drawing lang. So same with the orthographic, dapat nandoon yung isometric. You don't separate the isometric doon sa ano yon. It's a violation of the yung rule ng mechanical engineering drawing, which is the reference of industrial design technical drawing. Mechanical engineering ang reference natin.
Okay. So ano
Okay.
yung iba?
Meron pa bang may tanong?
Sir,
Yes.
if may exploded na yung part specification, kailangan pa ba yung exploded drawing separate?
Wala na. Minsan ganun yung ginagawa ng iba eh. Kasi doon sa exploded view, pinagsasama na nila yon. Kung naipagsama mo na yon, pwedeng wala na. Halimbawa, yun naman, complete parts nakikita mo na doon sa ano. Kasi yung ginagawa ng iba dito sa, punta tayo doon sa ano. Dito, di ba? So when we're talking about design part specification, minsan kasi may mga parts that are aesthetically rin, pero hidden siya. Ibig sabihin, yung part na yon can be disassembled by the user based on function. No? Halimbawa, we're talking about coffee maker. Siyempre, meron siyang filter, merong pangsalo ng parang pangsalo ng hot water, no, do sa filter, tapos may lock siya rito. And those can be seen by the customer when cleaning, di ba? So ginagawa na nila do sa parts do sa part specification, bini-breakdown na nila 'yon. You can also do that. So meron kang assembled part dito, pwede mo naman siyang litan, but still need to identify all the parts. Then yung hidden parts that are also required in aesthetic to show, no? Because those are also aesthetic parts. So ilagay mo rin dito. You need to explode it, no? So if those are all your aesthetic parts na, and it's already seen in the part specification, no? Nakikita na siya rito kasi exploded na siya. Yun lang medyo mahaba itong matrix mo. You have to fill that in, no? So, pwede pa rin it's best to not to draw the exploded view. Ilagay mo na lahat dito yung exploded mo dito na sa design part specification. Okay? May questions pa ba?
Meron pa ba? Hello?
Kaya dito sa rule natin dito sa rule sa baba, no? Nakasulat naman yan dito eh. Ito pala, nandito pala sa part specification. This could be presented in isometric view of the complete product and exploded view to show hidden parts or parts for assembly to function. Then labeled and described in matrix form. Nandiyan na siya. So dito, so nakasulat dito, this is optional for thesis students but required for technical drawing lectures. So anyway, siguro hindi ko pala naisama rito yung explanation na yon. Anyway, pwede siyang wala. Pwedeng wala itong exploded view if it's fully described here doon sa part specifications na. Okay? Wala nang questions?
Wait lang, sir. Tingnan natin. Asan kayo? Questions?
So Miss
Anyone?
Tani, ano ba ang dapat nila i-submit? Digital na. Wala nang, they don't need to have it printed.
Sir, sa ngayon naka-digital pa rin po. Kasi
Digital pa
since wala pa naman nga tayo talagang face to
Mm.
face, ang ano pa rin digital para na rin hindi sila maglalabas at pumunta
Mm.
pa ng mga print
Mga
shops.
printing shops.
Mm.
Oo. So
Kasi sir,
anyway,
hindi
ito pa
naman
rin yung
kasama sa
page na.
archives yung ano hindi naman kasama sa archives yung A2. Ang kasama lang sa thesis book naka A3 na. So, yun na lang yung papaprint nila if ever wala silang A3 printer sa
Oo.
bahay.
Pero dapat kasi A2 size pa rin ang format. No? So, ibig sabihin, in the case of the jurors, it will be provided, di ba? Kasi i-evaluate nila yung technical drawing.
Yes, sir.
So, dapat naka-base pa rin dun sa A2 size. No? Pati yung proportion, yung size ng title block, even the thickness of the, dapat ang reference nyo is yung A2 size. Okay? So, yun lang. Tapos ito yung magkakasunod, no? When you do save it in PDF, so yun ang suggestion ko, you save it in PDF para easily accessible ng mga jurors. So, may front page ka pa rin describing the product. Ito yon, yung title page mo. Tapos, second page mo dapat yung part specification. Then next is assembled drawing. Then parts drawing ng lahat ng parts. Then exploded view drawing. Yun yung nasa dulo, exploded view. Okay? So I suggest in your front page, yung title, pinaka-title page nyo, ipakita nyo yung 3 dimension ng product. Yung parang yung 3D ng product. Pwede siyang silhouette, pwede siyang naka-ano lang doon, tapos yung name, student name, no? This is title, tapos yung date of defense, tapos advisor, at saka ito yung graphic background na pwede siyang yung 3D image ng entire product mo. Okay?
Sige sir, ipapasubmit ko na lang sa kanila ng nakaisang file yung technical drawing instead na baka parang hiwa-hiwalay per
Wag na yung
part.
nakahiwa-hiwalay. PDF lang.
Sige sir.
Para kasi pwede naman siya i-save as PDF or you could ang pinapagawa ko sa iba kung mahirap, no? Yung picture file, no, ng technical drawing, i-paste lang nila 'yon sa PowerPoint, no? Ilagay nila sa PowerPoint per page, tapos pag i-save na nila, i-save nila as PDF, no? Save as PDF yung PowerPoint, tapos magiging PDF file na siya na naka per page na.
Sige sir.
Sir, last question na lang. So design specifications, for example, kung ang product merong internal components, hindi ilalagay mo na yun? Paano ma-indicate yung mga parts na yun? Yung exterior lang ba? Pag sa design part specification?
Yung mga yung mga aesthetic parts lang pinapakita natin. No, halimbawa, may loob siya. Pag ino-open mo, kasi aesthetic pa rin yun, kasi na-open talaga yun sa side ng customer. Yung sa side ng customer na hindi nila na-open, hindi mo na kinakailangang pakita. Like for example, may electrical components na pwede sila makuryente or something. You don't have to show that. Pero kung nakikita siya, no? Like for example, motorsiklo din na drawing mo, yung motorsiklo kita naman yung lahat, di ba? Ng parts. So you have to show every part of it. So you have to identify. Pero kung naman siya, yung halimbawa print circuit board na hindi naman nakikita, no? So hindi mo na kinakailangang drawing. Pero there are aesthetic parts na kahit loob siya na pinapakita, kailangan ipakita mo. Pero in representation lang, for example, yung PCB, hindi mo naman kinakailangang i-drawing yung buong PCB. I-drawing mo lang yung magiging no? Di ba yung mga computers ngayon, yung mga pang-gaming, kita na yung loob. No? Ito, bibigyan kita isang example.
Ayan, kita.
Di ba? It's part of the aesthetic, pinapakita mo yung loob ng PC mo eh. You're showing off, di ba?
Alright, so
naka-drawing yung mga parts na yon na at that are aesthetically appealing. Ayan, nagbabago pa light na yan. Pwede kong baguhin na kaso nakaka-distract na eh. No? Pwede siya yung para nagmo-move yung mga lights at saka ano. So, pagka ganyan ang ang product mo, you have to draw it. Pati yung loob. Di ba? Because it is aesthetically
ano mangyayari sa inyo?
Okay, sir. I think I got it. So yung mga interior, like for example, yung sa akin, parang water drinking fountain. So yung parang yung compressor, yung refrigeration, tsaka yung filter, sa exploded view mo lang siya makikita.
Hindi, basically aesthetic lang din dapat tayo sa exploded view. Yun ang suggestion ko kasi it doesn't relate to us as designers. Although kino-consider natin siya when designing products like yung size ng compressor, yung evaporator, yung dadaanan ng tubig, yung flow ng ano. Pwede yung
casing niya, yung parang kung saan lang siya nakalagay, I don't have to represent it with a solid object.
Depende siguro kung masyado marami namang parts, kasi kung magulo na yung drawing, gugulo na masyado, pwedeng wala na. But if you could, it's part of your design. Halimbawa, dinidesign mo yung layout kasi ng water dispenser mo to make it more compact or parang kasi baka hindi maniwala yung mga juror na mag-fit lahat yan doon sa then better show it to them. Pakita mo na lang din. No? And if it's not an inconvenient on your side kasi gagawin mo naman siyang working prototype, let's say, no? Na gumagana or then basically you'll still draw it. So pwede mo nang kasi may 3D file ka naman nun eh. So you could basically just add it easily. Okay?
Sobrang mas nakapadali sa buhay ko yun, sir. I-expect mo, pati yung lagayan, placement and everything of like the compressor, yung pipes, yung ganyan, isasama ko lahat. I guess just the main ones.
Kung hindi naman siya relevant doon sa design mo, pwedeng hindi na. Yun ang suggestion ko. But if it is relevant, how to properly position everything na kasi halimbawa sinabi mo, ito yung previous design niya. No? Na parang ang dami pang dinadaanan. So ginawa ko ito. Ganyan. So ginawa ko mas simple. So nilagyan ko pa ng parang rito kasi baka mayroong contaminated yun. May filter ako nilagay dito or something. So better show it. Kasi ginawa mo na rin lang di ba? In your design. So better show it. Oo.
Okay. Sige, sir. Pero I think I get na. I think I understand.
That goes the same with parts drawing kasi pag dinesign mo originally, halimbawa ni-reorient mo yung pipe. So ikaw nag-design nun. So dapat gawan mo ng drawing yon. No. But if not, halimbawa existing part naman yon. Halimbawa yung mga fixtures na pang-tighten doon sa and you call that parang valve tightener parang screw or something like that. Existing part naman yon, hindi mo na kinakailangan drawing kasi hindi naman ikaw nag-design nun. Doon sa parts mo lang, sa part specification, ilalagay mo lang, it's an existing part, ito yung brand niya, ito yung kung saan lang tire. Yun. Ibig sabihin, existing siya. Kaya hindi mo din drawing. Okay?
I got it. Sige, sir.
Okay. So may questions pa ba?
Meron pa ba? Magpa-4 o'clock na ulit. Wait lang.
Ang haba pala nung mahaba pala discussions natin.
Hindi, okay lang yun, sir. Para malinaw din sa kanila. Pero kung wala ng questions, going once, going twice.
Okay.
Yan. So, I think wala na.
Kung mag-ano pa kayo, kung magmi-meeting pa kayo, I'll just leave this meeting na lang. Okay?
Yes, ayun. Thank you, sir, for accommodating
us. Thank you, guys. So, good luck on your thesis defense and your thesis.
See you, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Meron pa ba kayong i-discuss? Yung mga inyong submittals, I need them ASAP. Ano nyo? I need to know yung standing nyo. Wala pa kasing din final say ang thesis council regarding the prototype. Pero, hopefully, hindi kailangan ng full scale. Baka sakali, pag-anuhan lang kayo, it's either yung kaya nyo lang gawin dyan sa mga bahay-bahay nyo, or if not, baka more of 3D presentation lang talaga. So, still crossing my fingers that the council would consider kung ano yung safest for the
Yes.
students. Yun. Meron pa ba? Kasi if none, okay na tayo mag-adjourn for today. Chat na
Yes.
lang.
So
Yes.
when do we have to submit yung mga technical drawings?
Oo, technical drawings kasi I also need to check them para although hindi naman kayo magpiprint, pero syempre baka may minsan yung mga paano kayo mag-dimension, paano kayo maglagay ng extension lines, dimension lines. Minsan doon kayo na nadadali ng jurors. Yung mga kasi nga technical So technicalities work there. May rules Okay, so you have to follow it. Standards. Kaya yung iba, mababa magbigay sa technical drawing pagka may nakita na sila na very minor lang. Sabihin natin extension line, dimension lines, ginawa nyong 0.5 at hindi siya 0.1. Point against you na yun. Kasi basic yun First year pa lang kayo, tinuro na sa inyo yun. Di ba nga, ang thesis is a culmination of what you've learned since first year. So, kailangan, hindi niyo yun nakakalimutan. Okay? Wag nyo nga, kahit graduate na kayo, wag nyo nga kalimutan yung technical drawing. Kasi kailangan nyo yan. As a designer, kahit kayo pa yung maging chief designer or principal designer niyan, pero kung boploks kayo sa technical drawing, yung mga nasa under nyo, ganun din. 'Di ba? O gusto nyo ba na mas magaling pa sa inyo yung subordinate nyo? Tapos sasabihin na, ay, si sir, si ma'am, hindi marunong sa technical drawing. Paano naging yan? Chief designer. 'Di ba? Basic kasi yan Okay? Ako, never ko nakalimutan ng drafting. Since ID, nag-archi, hanggang ngayon. Yan ang kapag yung mga apprentice ko sa office na architects, ano yan, ba't ganyan yung draft nyo? Parang di kayo kagagraduate lang. Diba? So, alam ko kung ano yung mali. Dapat ganun din kayo as designers. Hindi naman kayo pang draftsman lang, pero dapat alam nyo yan. Diba? Okay?
Okay.
Questions?
So when and where do we submit? Big Sky? Or
Email nyo na lang sa akin. Yung yung mga PowerPoint presentations nyo, please. Kailangan ko.
okay.
Para then, if ever, ma-check ko na rin kung ano yung mga kulang nyo. I think, nandun naman na sa guidelines kung ano yung ilang minutes yung presentation nyo na gagawin. So, tingnan nyo na rin kung kakasya ba doon yung, let's say, maximum of 15 minutes na presentation nyo. Kakasya na ba yung kasama chapter 5? Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else? Miss Elsen? Okay, wait lang. Nasaan yung mga nasa chat? Okay. Sige. Noted,
Sige, Miss.
Nico. Okay, yun lang? Wala na? Can
Wala na po.
adjourn. Okay. That's it.
Alright.
I'll see you soon. Okay?
Bye, guys.
May class on Thursday or wala? May meeting ba on Thursday?
Thursday, wala.
All right. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, bye guys.